and E Sportsreel. Top action from around the world.
A big game at West Point, 25,000 at Michie Stadium for the clash between Army and Penn State. The first time the cadets get the ball, Bob Kayaski streaks around end for 15 yards. The Nittany Lions can't stop them. Kayaski shoots a pass to Art Johnson to put the ball on Penn State's 7. Winding up the 55-yard drive, Mertland scores and Army leads 7-0. The cadets opening wide gaps in the Penn State line for the hard-hitting backs. On a bootleg play, Kayaski races wide around end, 24 yards for the goal. And Army leads 14-0 with the first quarter not even over. In the second half, Penn State comes back fighting. Milt Plum passes to Paul North for 22 yards. After they change goals for the last quarter, Maurice Schleicher slams over for the score to make it a 14-7 ball game. Late in the last quarter, Army punts. Gilmore makes the mistake of catching it instead of letting it go for a touchback, and he's racked up on the 2-yard line. But Gilmore makes up for the mistake. Breaking away, Bruce races clear, and it looks like a touchdown. But Kayaski fights off the blocker and saves the game for Army, 14-7.
Now to the Deep South. Navy far from home and finding rough sailing against Tulane's Green Wave. With Tulane already leading, Ronnie Quillian smacks out 14 yards in the second half. Now around end, Claude Mason takes a handoff and gallops 20 yards to the Navy 27. Mason again, getting near Navy's harbor. After a big gain, he fumbles, but Emmett Zelenka recovers for Tulane. As the Navy tries to brace, Newton flings a pass to Will Billen for the second Tulane touchdown. Fourth quarter, Navy still leaking at the seams. Flood's pass is intercepted by Mason. Tulane cashes in the break with a touchdown pass, Newton to Mason. And the Green Wave has the fleet boundary. With the game almost over, the Tulane fumble is recovered by Navy. The Sailors get in one shot. Gus Prahalis connects with John Ruth, but Tulane wins easily, 21-6. Nearly 60,000 in the Notre Dame Stadium see the Irish, in the unfamiliar role of underdogs, put up a gritty battle against powerhouse Michigan State. After a hard-fought first half, they're all tied up, 7-7. The tide changes suddenly in the second half. The Spartans start in with a series of short gains. Then it happens. Dennis the Menace Mendick bursts through the Notre Dame line, and before the Irish know what happened, he's away. He traveled 63 yards for the touchdown that puts Michigan State in front. After the Spartans go far ahead, Notre Dame fights back. Paul Hornung, Notre Dame's one-man gang, hits the bullseye with sensational passing. Then he connects with Sherry Sipes for 18 yards more. The Irish bench urges the South Bend squad on, and Sipes knifes over the goal for a 6-pointer. Michigan State's manpower wears the Irish down. The Spartans roll up the score with sensational runs. Don Aaron's 65-yard gallop makes the final score 47-14.
The biggest crowd ever to see a game at South Bend, more than 60,000, watches Notre Dame take on Oklahoma, and the Irish soon see how the Sooners ran up 34 straight victories. Here's Tommy McDonald going for 25 yards. The drive carries to the 14, where Jim Harris pitches to John Bell for the first score. Inexperienced Notre Dame in all sorts of trouble. Jim Morse passes, but Oklahoma's All-American Tommy McDonald intercepts. A block by Bell springs him loose for a 50-yard scoring sprint. The Sooners, noted for their running game, surprised the Irish with their passes. McDonald's heave to Clendon Thomas is good for 50 yards. And here's Harris leaping over for another touchdown. The Irish haven't been shut out in 47 games, but as Paul Hornung tries a pass, Thomas intercepts and goes all the way. Oklahoma runs its winning streak to 35, stopping Notre Dame cold 40-0.
All eyes on Atlanta for the game of the season in the South. 40,000 in person at Grant Field to see it. The undefeated, untied Vols of Tennessee pour out for their make-or-break game with the equally unbeaten, untied Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. To the winner, the Southeastern title and a big bowl bid. After a scoreless first half, Tennessee strikes with dramatic suddenness in the third period. The Vol All-American candidate, Johnny Majors, flips a pass to Buddy Cruz for 17 yards. Before Tech realizes what's going on, Majors hits Cruz again. The ball end slips through the secondary, and with the last man blocked out, it looks like a touchdown. But he's down from behind on the 1. That decides the crucial game. Tennessee beats Tech 6-0 with Bronson cracking over for the only score.
The stadium at Minneapolis packed to the rim with 65,000 fans. Unbeaten Minnesota and once beaten Iowa tangle with the Big Ten championship and a Rose Bowl bid in the offing. Here come the teams. Iowa in the light jerseys, Minnesota in the dark. A break in the first 2 minutes. Bob Schultz fumbles and Iowa recovers on Minnesota's 38. The Hawkeyes leap to the opportunity. Don Dobrino going off tackle. Bill Haffel battling through the Gopher defense. The key play, 3rd and 1. Dobrino knifes the line and lugs 16 yards to the Minnesota 14. The drive goes on with Haffel carrying to the 10. Then Ken Plain rolls out with the ball, finds receivers bottled up, but hits Dobrino with a safety valve pass for 5. Plain rolling out again, flings to Jim Gibbons, who's thrown on the 1. And Iowa takes a 7-0 lead with Fred Harris belting over the goal. Minnesota sputters and stalls. Then the Gophers make a last desperate drive late in the final period. Dick Larson's pass to Bill Chorsky sends the ball to the Iowa 21. Against tough resistance, Minnesota bulls to the 11. But that's as far as the Gophers go. Iowa stems the attack and upsets the home team 7-0. Jubilant Hawkeyes carry Coach Forrest Evashevsky off in triumph.